Jai Hind student, I am Dr. Anand Tyagi from Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College, Ghaziabad. Today I am going to deliver my lecture on Engineering Mathematics First KAS 103T. Today I start a new module, the multivariable calculus. Before it we have complete the 3 module of Engineering Mathematics First, module 1, module 2 and module 3. Today we have start here multivariable calculus first. First of all, I introduce what is multivariable calculus. Calculus have the different level, calculus 1, differential calculus, and there is another word that is known as multivariable calculus. That means now we study the calculus with the help of integral, and that is known as module 4 in AKTU. Now module 4 contains the following topic, right, and we can say that topics covered in this unit, a module 4, double integral, how to evaluate double integral, how to evaluate the characteristic of double integral, and change of order of integration, how to change the limit with the help of integration. We study in this topic. And next is change of variable, how to change of variable in the function and calculate the integral part. And integral gives to solve the various part, just like a area, just like a volume, right, just like a center of gravity, and then triple integration here. So in this unit contains double integral as well as triple integral, and application to evaluate the area and volume of the solid generated by the surface and center of the mass, and after this center of gravity is calculated by this portion. So this is the roadmap of this unit, right. One by one I explain in each lecture, right, but today lecture contents are the module 4 multivariable calculus, and contents of today lecture are, first of all I introduce what is integration and how to get the integration, what is the role of integration in our daily life as well as our engineering and technology, and after this I introduce the double integration, right, how to utilization double integration to calculate the area and volume of the solid surface. In this way we can solve the some proper evaluation of double integration, and after this I elaborate some question based on the above topic, right. And today contents are referred from the book E. Krejcik, Advanced Engineering Mathematics, Marais de Veer, B.B. Ramanna and B.S. Grewal. So today lecture is very interesting because till now first time integration is arises, and integration is the one of the best interesting area of the student in the 12th level. First of all, what is integration and what is the need of integration, right. Integration sign is denoted and defined by this sign, right. I explain here, right, what is the integration and what is the role of integration. This is the sign of integration, right. In the 12th level student study only one variable integral fx and dx, right. That means, right, integration means summation of some part, but this is also the summation sign and this is also the summation, right. These 3 signs are have the same meaning but have the common difference is there, right, and a silly difference here, right. We can say that, right, summation means, integral means summation of continuous function, this means summation of discontinuous function, and this is the summation of arithmetic person. That means there is only one thing, summation, but role of summation is different in the different places. This is the continuous, this is discontinuous, and this is the arithmetic mean. So in this way we can say that integral play the most important role here. Suppose I have a curve here, right, and I divide it into n parts. Suppose this is the first part, this is second part, this is next, and this is divided into, right, infinite many parts. We can say that interval of each be same. That means this is the A part and this is the B part. That means we can say that this is the limit of A to B of any function fx. Student study this topic in the 12th level, and that is known as limit as a sum. How to calculate the limit if, right, n tends to infinite, right, what will be the value of delta x here? I calculate here delta x is equal to b minus a upon n. N is the number of interval, right. If delta x tends to 0, when delta n tends to 0, if n tends to infinite, that means if we take the infinite parts of any curve, that means width will be 0 here. So in this way we can say that, right, integral play the most important role in our calculation as well as our technology. How to we discuss here, right? This is the integral from a to b, I explained just now. Now what is the fx1? This is the part of breadth of delta x1 of a small interval with respect to this function, right? And this is the another function fx2, this is the breadth of delta x2, and product of this is known as limit as a sum, and limit n tends to infinite here, then delta x tends to 0. I can say that by graphically, right? Suppose I have a curve which is divided into n equal parts. How to? I draw the perpendicular here on x axis, that is known as x1, and this is known as x2. In this way this is known as delta x1, width of this cross section area. How to calculate fx1, right, into delta x1? In this way we can calculate the particular integral of this form, right? If we sum of this portion, so we can say that we got the integral from a to b. So in this way we can calculate the sum part of the integral without any integral. That means limit as a sum is the procedure of calculate the integration, right? Suppose student know, right, what is the integral of sin x dx, right, minus cos x, right, plus c. We can prove with the help of the integration by part in this procedure. So we can say that integral play the most important role here, right? Now next is double integral. What is the need of double integral? Because student study single integration in the 12th level, but now we study here the double integral. That means we have used the two-dimension plane. Two-dimension plane means xy plane. Suppose I have a xy plane divided into region A into elementary areas. Suppose I have a elementary area cross section area of this dice. So how to calculate its area with the help of integral? Question is that is known as delta A. How to calculate this? This is the procedure known as double integration. How to calculate? Suppose I have a function fxy with respect to the cross section area dA, then it divide into a small interval of time, right, as well as in the previous form in the single integral fx1 y1 multiply by delta n, fx2 y2 divided by delta x. In the same way divided into n parts, and length of each part is very small. If n tends to infinite, that means cross section area should be 0 here. So in this way we can find out the double integration with the help of limit as a sum. But when we goes to the calculation, then we can calculate directly without any limit as a sum. Suppose z is the function of fxy, is the given surface, and r is the region in the r plane. Then how to calculate the volume and how to calculate the area of solid generated by the surface? This is the interpretation of the double integral in mathematically. So we can say that suppose we have a curve in 3 dimension, right? How to calculate the surface area and how to calculate the volume of this? Suppose I wants to calculate the cross section area of this portion, right? So this will be the cross section area of this curve. Suppose we multiply by the perpendicular distance, that means this will be the volume of this generated surface. That is the interpretation of the geometrically of this graphically. We can say that graphically. In this way we can find out the problem, right? Suppose I start the double integral first of all, because student study the single integration in the 12th level. Now we study here the double integral. What is the role of double integral in our engineering and technology? We study here double integral divided into 3 category. First of all, in which all limits are constant. I explain here. Suppose first problem is that in which limit of this integral is constant. Now question is that which will be the limit of y and which will be the limit of x here. We see here, right? So this is right at the dy, that means this is the limit of y and this is the limit of x. If limit is constant, then we decide with the help of integral part which will be the limit of y and which will be the limit of x. This is the limit of y and this is the limit of x in this way. Second part, suppose limit is not constant. In this way one limit will be variable and another limit will be constant always, right? Student listen very carefully. Variable limit will be always in the first integral. This is right, variable limit, and this will be limit of y, right? And constant limit will be on the first integral, and that is this. So first of all we differentiate with respect to variable, right, and we integrate with respect to variable, and after this we integrate with respect to constant limit here. So student, keeping in the mind when we solve the problem in future, that play the most important role our calculation, right. In this way, third case is, suppose limit is not given, reason is given, then question is that the reason is given, so how to calculate the limit of this format, right. So we study here how to calculate the limit and how to obtain the limit from the reason. So there are three cases, one is constant limit, second is one limit is variable and another limit is constant, and this is limit is not given, only reason is given, how to calculate the limit of this reason with the help of double integral and calculate the one by one. In this way we consider example here, right. Evaluate what is the value of this 0 to 1 and 0 to. Question is that which will be the limit of y. So first of write here dy, and this will be the limit of y. So first of all we integrate with respect to y, right. What will be the integral of y here? So y square by 2, right, y square by 2, and limit of y is 0 to 2, right, limit is 0 to 2 here. So what will be the conclusion here? And limit, put upper limit minus lower limit. Student studied it in the 12th level. Upper limit 2 to the 4 and 4 divided by 2, and that is 2, that means result is 2 here. Now question is that how to solve the further, right. Now this is the part of x and this is the limit of x. Now integrate with respect to x, and integrate of x is x square by 2, 2 to cancel out, and upper limit minus lower limit. So result will be here 1. In this way we can solve the double integration by using step by step. If limit are constant, then first solve, right, with respect to this integral, and after this solve this integral, right. Suppose question is that limit are not constant, right. This is the our next problem, right. The value of integral 0 to 1 and 0 to 1 minus x, x dy dx, but question is that which will be the limit of y and which will be the limit of x. This limit is in the form of x, that means this limit will be y, right, that means this is the limit of y, and constant limit is x. We can read such in such a way, right. How to solve? So first of all, student, keeping in the mind, first of all we integrate with respect to the variable, right, and variable is y. So first of all this limit is y, right. So first of all we integrate with respect to y, and integration of dy will be y here. So how to calculate here? We see very carefully. So we solve the such type of calculation with the help of terms and terms, right. So integral of dy is equal to y here, and limit is 0 to 1 minus x, right. Question is that upper limit minus lower limit. So what will be the result here? So limit will be upper limit x and lower limit 1 minus x, and lower limit is 0, so 1 minus x. X goes to inside x and minus x square. What will be the integration of x? So integration of x will be here x square by 2, and integral of x square is x cube by 3, and upper limit will be 0 to 1, upper limit minus lower limit. So result will be 1 by 2. I write here 1 by 2 minus 1 by 3, and after the solving, and result will be 1 by 6. In this way we can calculate the double integration with the help of proper phenomena. First of all we integrate with respect to variable, and after this we integrate with respect to constant here, right. Suppose another problem, we consider the another problem, find the value of x dy dx, and where r is the reason defined by this way, right. That means limit is not given in this case. If limit is not given, how to calculate the limit with the help of the given reason? So there are two methods. First of all we draw the graph, second without any graph. So first of all we see here without any graph how to take the limit of the given reason, right. Given that here is given that x plus y is equal to 1. Suppose any student wants to take the limit y first, so how to take the limit y? So first of all I consider limit y, right, 1 minus x, right, I write here because I want to calculate the limit of y first, and in this portion y is greater than 0, that means this will be in the first quadrant, that means limit of y will be here y greater than 0 and less than is equal to 1 minus x, that means limit of y is exist here. Now y is cancel out here, so what will be the limit of x here? So limit x will be here 0 to 1. So in this way we can calculate limit of y. Suppose any student wants to calculate the limit of x first, so how to calculate limit of x first? So first of all I calculate the limit x here, x less than is equal to 1 minus y with the help of given curve greater than 0, and y less than is equal to 1 and greater than is equal to 0. That means we have two limit. First of all, y variable, x constant. Second is x variable and y constant. If we take any one of them, then solution will be unique here. So student can be take any one of them. How to solve, we see here, right? Suppose this is the criteria to solve the limit, right? I explain here. So this is the limit of y in variable form and this is the limit of x in constant form. Or second, this is the limit of x in variable form and this is the limit of y in constant form. We can solve any one of them. Before just I solve this problem by using this limit, right? Now I want to solve with the help of this unit and we see that result will be same here. So student, keeping in the mind when we take the limit, so there is no hesitation, we take x or we take y. So this is the problem we solve just now and now we solve this, right? And we see that what will be the result of this problem, right? In this way we can find out our result. Suppose, right, I integrate here with respect to x. So what will be the integration of x? X square by 2 I write here and limit is 0 to 1 minus y, right? And what, right, upper limit minus lower limit. So what will be the result we see here? So this is the result of upper limit minus lower limit. Now question is that what is the integral of this with respect to y, right? Suppose integral with respect to y, so what will be the integral? 1 minus y cube upon x upon cube into minus 1. So I write here integral of this, right? And upper limit minus lower limit. Upper limit 1 and lower limit 0. So what will be the answer here? Upper limit 1 minus 1 0 minus lower limit minus minus plus. So what will be the result here? So result will be here 1 by 6. So we see that in each case result will be same if we have variable x and we have variable y. So in this case we can see that result of each case is same. So in this way we can calculate with the help of diagram, right? Suppose any student can say that how to calculate the limit with the help of diagram. So first of all draw the diagram of the given problem. So suppose I have a problem x plus y less than is equal to 1 and x greater than 0 and y greater than 0, right? How to draw the diagram and take the limit from this graphically, right? So first of all draw the graph. Student, draw the graph very carefully in xy plane. First of all, x plus y less than is equal to 0. This is a straight line passing through the first quadrant and this will be this, right? That means less than means lower bound. That means region will be this portion, right? This will be portion. And x greater than is equal to 0. X greater than is equal to 0 means y axis and y greater than is equal to 0 means x axis. That means region lie in the first octant. Yeah, we can say that region lie in the first quadrant. This is the region. Now question is that how many point of intersection here? So there are 3 point of intersection, first, second and third. This is known as 1, 0 and this is known as 0, 0 and this is known as 0, 1. In this way we can find the each point of the given region. First of all we see that the given curve is divided into more part or not, and what will be the criteria to check this problem? First of all draw the parallel line of each point. So and as well as perpendicular line. Suppose I want to check that this region is divided by this part, and that means there is no partition and there is no partition by this part and there is no partition by this part. That means region will be unique until we take the limit x, until we take the limit y. Now question is that how to take the limit? Suppose any student wants to take the limit of y first, right? And this is the curve of x plus y is less than is equal to 1. Now we see that suppose I want to take the limit of y, so we take a strip parallel to the y axis. We take the strip parallel to the y axis in this region anywhere, right? Lower part of this strip touch the x axis, right? And x axis means y is equal to 0. So what will be the value of y here? So limit, lower limit will be 0 here. And strip of the upper part of this strip touch this line, and what is the equation of this line is this, and calculate the value of y here. So value of y will be here 1 minus x. So in this way we can calculate the limit of y in terms of variable. Now question is that how to take the limit of x? In this coordinate there are 3 coordinates 0, 0, 1, 0 and 0, 1. Which will be the minimum value of x? That is 0. So I write here 0, right? And what is the maximum value of x in all coordinate? And maximum value is 1. In this way we can calculate the limit of a variable and limit of a constant with the help of graph. Suppose any student say that sir, I wants to take the limit of x first. So what will be the criteria here? So criteria here will be, first we draw the diagram same and consider a strip parallel to the x axis. I consider here limit, this is limit parallel to x axis. Now first we take the limit of x here, because limit is parallel to the x axis. So what will be the limit of x? So limit of x will be 0 and limit of x will be 1 minus y, because upper part touch the straight line, right? How to calculate limit of y? And y will be here 0 to 1. In this way we can calculate the limit of a particular area or region with the help of graph. So in this way we can calculate, right, the limit with the help of graph and with the help of numerically. Now we see here, if the limit is known, then double integral can be evaluated by using the evaluate of integral. In this way we can calculate our calculation, the integral evaluation of done by the inside or outside the diagram. In this way we can calculate, if we see here, right, this is the limit of y. So first of all we integrate with respect to y, and after this we integrate with respect to x. I explain here one by one. So first of integrate with respect to y here and put in the limit, upper limit minus limit, lower limit, and after this calculate the lower part. In this way we calculate our calculation terms by terms, right? In this integral, this is the limit of x. So first of all we integrate with respect to x, and after this we integrate with respect to y. So student take the decision by seeing the problem in which first we take variable and after this we solve the integral. In this way we can find out our problem. Evaluation of the double integral, right? How to, right? So first of all, when integral with respect to the variable are treated as a constant. Suppose this is the limit of y. So first of all we integrate y, right, with respect to right, y, and after this with respect to x here. So what will be the criteria, right? What is the integral of x with respect to y here? That is xy. And what is the integral of y with respect to y? Y square by 2, and upper limit minus lower limit. That means all problem convert into single variable and we can solve easily with the help of variable. In this way we can solve this problem easily, right, with the use of the variable and constant problem, right? Suppose we have a problem here, evaluate 0 to x and 0 to 1 x square plus y square dA, where right, dA integrate the small area in the xy plane. How to calculate? This is the limit of y and this is the limit of x. So first of all we integrate y with respect to here. So what will be the criteria here? We see very carefully. So what will be the result here? X square integrate with respect to y. So x square y I write here, right? Y square is y cube by 3 I write here. Upper limit minus lower limit. So upper limit x square x cube and x cube by 3, and minus lower limit will be 0 here. So what will be the result here? So result will be here, right, x cube 3x square. This will be the 4x cube by 3, and x cube integral will be x4 upon 4. Suppose x cube is integrated with respect to x. So what will be the result here? So x4 upon 4 here. So what will be the result? And result will be upper limit minus lower limit. So 1 by 3. In this way we can calculate the area of the limit, right, with the help of the double integration. So today lecture we have discussed how to solve the double integral with the help of constant limit, with the help of variable limit, and from the diagram. If student have any problem today lecture, so they can contact me. I will try to solve their problem. Jai Hind all of you.